The challenge buyers are facing today are getting into multiple offers on homes and losing to someone else who's either coming in with cash and or is waiving the inspections and throwing the dice to take a risk on the house. We call this buyer burnout. So how do we defeat it? Last week, we talked about the new construction is a real viable option. Today, we're going to take a different look that will take a very narrow field of available homes and open it up dramatically. I'm Jim Hood with Fathom Realty, serving Southwest Ohio, Northern Kentucky, and here we go. We have a very special guest today that has, just in about the 3 minutes before we got started on this recording, has opened my eyes to yet the new avenues with this option that home buyers have that are burned out and trying to purchase a home because of the competition for them. We've got Mr. Joe.Daly. Yay!
Thank you.
Joe, tell us a quick introduction of who you are.
Yeah, Joe.Daly, Guaranteed Rate Affinity. I'm the National Director for Specialized Products. I run renovation, reverse, and construction to perm for my company. I've got 40 years in the business, the first 8 years as a realtor, and the last 32 years being a loan officer, a mortgage banker, a manager, and what I'm doing now, special products.
You and I have been bumping into each other, gosh, for quite a number of years. I was licensed in 97, which is not quite as far back as you've been.
No.
This. So we're going to be touching briefly. We don't want to go into great details because, there are a lot of things that can be talked about in the renovation loan. But I just learned from Joe that there's actually 3 basic types of renovation loans. And Joe, what are the big benefits for these burned out home buyers on the market to go with the concept of a renovation loan?
Yeah. Anytime when there's a house that needs fixed up, renovated, improved, renovation loans give buyers the ability to borrow additional monies at the closing table. And then we, as the lender, give them 4, 5, 6, 7 months in order to renovate those. So number one value proposition, the ability to borrow extra money at the closing table to take care of things they want to do. Take the house they like, make it the home they love. Homes that need renovation usually sell below market value. And the fact that they're not kind of ready to go, right? They don't have the competition where the homes that are beautiful and move-in ready and sparkly, those are the ones that get 4 or 5 offers the first day it's on the market.
I've also found that a lot of those homes have trouble passing appraisals, especially when it's a government-backed loan. So really, those home sellers are in the position of, I've got to find an investor or cash buyer who won't have to do the appraisal. And if you get into an investor, it's not only the cost of the repair, but they're looking for a return on their investment. So it drives for the investor, drives that price even lower for the home seller. So for the home seller, someone coming in with a renovation loan is going to save them money.
I totally agree. I work with realtors across Cincinnati and the Ohio, Indiana market that we market the home with a renovation loan. So every buyer that walks the property knows this seller is willing to take a renovation loan because they know their house doesn't meet minimum standards for FHA or VA or even conventional loans, but it's also maybe not pretty. Maybe it's got orange carpet and blue toilets. Well, who wants that? Nobody. So we give them the money to make white carpet and, white toilets as an example.
All right, you mentioned there were 3 different types of renovation loans.
Well, really, the theory of renovation loan is all the same. It's just whoever the borrower might be, right? So we have a VA renovation loan for veterans, the ability for the veteran to borrow money, for cosmetics, carpet, paint, countertops, but also handicapped accessibility if they would need that. Then you have the FHA buyer. So here comes a first-time home buyer, second-time home buyer who needs to go FHA either because of credit or down payment requirements. And so we have a loan for that called the FHA 203K. That's an insured FHA mortgage product. Then you have conventional loans. I have 2 conventional loans, one from Freddie Mac and one from Fannie Mae that does the exact same thing. But you can also finance luxury items on a conventional loan, things like in-ground pools and outdoor kitchens. So boat lifts, put in seawalls. So really it's unlimited as far as the renovation loans that are out there, because we probably have a loan for that buyer if realtors have interest in a renovation loan.
I understand there's even variations of this loan that will go from less detailed fixes to strip it down to the foundation, the original foundation, and rebuild the whole house.
Yeah, exactly. For example, the 203K allows a house to be raised all the way down to the original foundation.
What can a home buyer expect to go through what steps?
Okay. Not difficult. It's complex, but that's why you want to work with a lender that does renovation loans all the time, right? So get pre-approved. Get pre-approved for a renovation loan, knowing that you have an appetite for some renovations. You have a lot of appetite for, gut rehab job, or you want to do a little bit of renovations. At least we pre-approve you for a total loan amount. So if you're pre-approved for 300,000, you could buy a house for 250 and put 50 in it. You could buy a house for 200 and put 100 in it. So it's all about getting pre-approved, not for a sale price, but for an acquisition cost. So acquisition cost would be sale price plus renovations added together. We ask for the contractor. We're gonna have to pick a general contractor. We validate the contractor. After that, we get the bids. Once we have the bids, we can order the appraisal. And then once the appraisal comes back, we close the loan.
Well, a big advantage is right now home buyers are finding this size of an inventory. Well, I'm sorry, I was being generous. This size of an inventory. By being able to look at homes that need renovation, all of a sudden that pool of possible homes opens up.
Right, and the competition goes lower.
Joe, thank you. It's been too long.
You're welcome.
We got to do this on a more regular basis, guy.
Yeah, we really should. So thanks so much for having me.
You're most welcome. Look forward to doing this again soon.